Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss
How would you
Sonia's
shut
beautiful
up,
voice is
Soda?
just so
Jesus.
soothing.
Put your boner away.
Damn it, Bobby. Where'd you find this?
What's going on, folks? Welcome back to Danganronpa. We're gonna hop right into things. We're in the middle of the investigation. Nagito just found a bunch of weird-ass information about everything that's going on. And really, the only thing we found out throughout that entire ordeal was that Hajime is totally normal. He doesn't have a whole lot of talents. He's just an average Joe like the rest of us. He also found some stuff that we don't really know about. He ended up looking out the window, right, and started laughing maniacally and thinking something happened. Gundam, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to explain some things. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, we'll find out what happens probably during the investigation, so let's go. I have returned from the depths of hell. Gundam. Yo, sorry we're late.
Hey,
Just so you all know, it's all thanks to me. I'm the one who fixed the elevator. It is good seeing our boys again. It really is. See? It's just as I said, right?
hey,
Hey, are you even listening to me? I'm trying to stand out here.
hey.
More importantly, Kazuichi, did you look into that matter I asked you about? Huh? Oh, that thing about the compass? I looked into it while I was coming here, but I think this compass might be broken.
You stay quiet.
I didn't ask for your opinion, just tell me the results, bitch. Huh? Well, the compass needle rotated 180 degrees while we were riding the elevator. The needle rotated 180 degrees. I see, it's just as I thought. Huh? Hey, what do you mean by that?
That's obvious.
Well, obviously the elevator most likely rotated 180 degrees. The elevator rotated?
Now then.
Oh, so it just flipped like that. Now then, I should go investigate Nekomaru's body. As if he were thumbing his nose at us, Nagito began making his way toward Grape Tower. He thinks he's such hot shit now that he fucking has some information out.
Oh my.
The hell is wrong with him? Doesn't he seem pissed off or something? Nagito, what do you know? How much do you know? I think Nagito knows everything. I don't think he is the, I don't think he's the spy placed by Future Foundation, but I think he knows a lot. All right, we got pretty much everybody here. Not really, let's just talk to Chiaki. We'll talk to Chiaki and then we'll head down and see if we can talk to Nagito. I guess Nagito is like a tardy detective. What are you talking about?
See?
It's a trope in mystery games. They always come to the crime scene late just to make an important discovery. But they can never reach the truth of the case, they just end up feeding the main character's assumptions. Well, in Nagito's case, he's not the type to feed anyone. He'll just make things even more complicated. That's true, he's such a troublesome person. Lately, I feel like he's been acting weirder than usual. I don't think a new discovery is bad, though. He might be able to find something we completely overlooked. Okay, yeah, I think he does know something for sure. We just gotta find out what. What does he know? Everybody's back in here.
You serious?
Oh, Nekomaru, are you serious?
Damn it.
Damn it, I don't know who did this, but this is pretty fucked up.
Hey,
Now's not the time to get sentimental. Come on, we need to hurry up and investigate. But we've already investigated everything we can here.
wow.
No, you haven't. There's still something you should be able to investigate more thoroughly. Now that Mikana's no longer with us, we can't perform an autopsy.
Right?
But Kazuichi should be able to disassemble the body, right? Huh?
It cannot be.
Is that true? Are you going to disassemble Nekomaru's body?
Won't forgive you.
Don't screw with me. Hasn't Coach Nekomaru been through enough already?
You don't know?
Been through enough. We need to perform this investigation so we can find out who the killer is. Or perhaps you don't want to know, Akane. Maybe you don't care about what happened to Nekomaru.
Damn it!
Why you?
You stay quiet.
If you suck at using your brain and you really want to know who the killer is, try not to interfere so much. He has got some big dick energy right now, but I kind of fuck with it. Like, I'm all about it.
Jeez.
Talk your shit, Nagito. Let's go. Come on, Kazuichi. What are you standing there for? Damn it, fine. I just have to do it, right? It's way less annoying than his fucking hero monologues that he always spits. I know I said I wanted to see his insides, but not like this. This is just too much.
Well,
Come on, are you guys feeling okay too? Now's not the time to be staring into space. Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you. I thought he was just treating me differently ever since he found out I have no talent, but it seems like that's not entirely the case. His attitude toward everyone is strange now too. But why? All right, let's take a look at the body, dude. Get up in there. Okay, well then, Soda, get to work, dude.
Damn it.
We've come so far, there's no way I can get sentimental at a time like this. I feel awful for Nekomaru, but this is necessary if we're gonna find out the truth behind this case. As he forced out his voice through his clenched teeth, Kazuichi faced Nekomaru, his eyes full of determination, and began stabbing his tool knife into Nekomaru's body. Huh? Where'd you get that tool knife? Nagito gave it to me. He said he had it ready before we even went to the amusement park. So Nagito did that too. It's like Nagito has full control of the situation.
Maybe.
Looks like the damage to his head is the reason. Huh? The reason Nekomaru died. I mean, stopped functioning. His torso is covered in huge dents and his parts are dislocated. Maybe a gear shaft broke too. Well, for now, I tried disassembling Nekomaru's chest. That should help us learn something, right? If that's the case, I need to look at Nekomaru's body one more time. All right, get up in there, boy. Apparently, Kazuichi has finished disassembling Nekomaru's body. I should probably check it out one more time. All right. Check the chest. Nekomaru's chest panel is open. The clock inside is completely exposed. The hands of the clock look like they're pointing to 7:30. Also, it looks like the clock's alarm was set for 7:30, which means this clock broke the moment the alarm started ringing at 7:30 a.m. Interesting. So it sounds like the murder was premeditated to be at 7:30, but 7:30 a.m. is strange, right? I mean, we should have arrived at Grape Tower just before 7 a.m. for Monokuma Taichi. Is this clock malfunctioning? No, wait.
This is highly efficient radio clock.
Radio clock? It's a type of clock that receives radio signals to it, so it can automatically update the time at fixed intervals. Simply put, it's an extremely accurate clock.
That's right, it's a clock that will never slow down. It's even designed so that it cannot be adjusted. I've become a Time Lord.
Well, even if it's an accurate clock, they didn't need to install it inside your body.
What are you saying? I don't need to wear a wristwatch ever again. There's nothing more useful than this.
An accurate radio clock that never slows down, huh? If that's the case, why does this broken clock say 7:30 a.m.? Okay. Let's check his head. There's something protruding from the back of Nekomaru's neck. It's the good night button that forces Nekomaru to enter sleep mode. By chance, did the killer press this and force Nekomaru into sleep mode? Maybe the killer really did press it to make Nekomaru enter sleep mode. Even so, if it's the back of the panel of Nekomaru's neck, getting behind him to press it would be a Herculean task. The blood-like substance flowing out of Nekomaru's body seems to be oil based on the smell. It seems to be flowing heaviest from Nekomaru's head, probably because that's where the fatal blow was dealt. Anyway, that's a whole lot of oil. It's not going to be easy to clean up. No, now's not the time to even worry about that. What's the wire for? It looks like a noose. Nekomaru's chest and left leg are tied up with a strong metal wire, almost as if he had been bound, but the killer was able to take on the robotic Nekomaru. Who did it, and how were they able to bind him? The tip of this wire looks like it's been tied into a loop, but what's the meaning behind this? Is that everything? I think. Yes. What's wrong with him? He's crouching over Nekomaru's body and almost seems like he's glaring at him. Just upset. Dude, what? What is it?
You're the worst.
Jeez, this is the worst. Huh?
Jeez.
You guys overlooked an important clue. I swear, you're just the worst. As I thought, there's no way I can leave this to you guys. What are you talking about?
Well,
I found this under a fragment of the pillar that tipped over. Is this a doorknob?
you don't even know?
Looks like the screws came out with it. That wouldn't happen unless you applied a ton of force to it. Plus, it looks like there are scratches near the base of the doorknob.
Hey,
Don't you think it's strange?
see?
If we examine the far back door in the Grape Tower, the doorknob is still intact, right? Now that you mention it, you're right.
Now then.
If that's the case, where did this doorknob come from? If it's not the door that leads to Strawberry Hall, then there's only one other possibility. Yeah, it's on the other side of that door. It'd have to be the door connected to Grape Hall that we entered from, right?
Well,
Well, it makes sense to think about it like that. We should try it out. Try it out. How?
No.
We take the elevator to Strawberry House and we enter Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall. That's the only way we can see the other side of the door, right? But the door to open the door in Strawberry Hall is broken, right?
It's obvious.
We could just repair it. After all, we have the ultimate mechanic on our side. Well, you're right, but I need parts to repair the door in Strawberry Hall. I can repair it if it's broken, but if I don't have enough parts, there's not much I can do about it. But if you have plenty of parts right here, he's gonna use Nekomaru to fix it? Just use Nekomaru. I'm sure if you dig through his body, you can find the parts you can use. Hold on. Are you saying we should use parts from our dead friend? He's gone off the fucking deep end. It's called recycling. It's a much better alternative than disposing of it with the rest of the junk, right? Junk?
Hey.
Well, Kazuichi, is it possible or impossible? Like you said, I could probably use these parts to repair the button, but seriously, hold on. Even if you do repair the button, what's going to happen to the chain on the other side of the door?
Huh?
Chain? Yeah, dude, the big-ass chain. The door that leads to Strawberry Hall has a chain wrapped around the doorknob. Even if you fix the button on Strawberry Hall's side, the door won't open as long as that chain is there. You don't need to worry about that at all. Huh? I don't need to worry? What does that mean?
Now then.
Kazuichi, we should go over to Strawberry Hall so you can repair the door. Hey, I'm not finished. Hajime, you're going to come later too, right? It'd be really bothersome if you didn't. I mean, if there's someone in the tower, the door won't open at all.
Right?
So you should at least make sure you're not pulling my leg. After tersely saying that, Nagito left the area. He's got a whole new attitude right now.
Huh?
What the hell happened to him? He seems so on the edge about something. Who knows?
Damn right.
Now that reminds me. Nagito said Kazuichi to do something weird for him, right?
Yep.
It had something to do with how the elevator spins 180 degrees. I wonder what it could mean.
Hey.
Actually, to tell you the truth, Nagito asked me to do something weird too. He told me to investigate all the clocks inside both buildings. The clocks. So I did what he said and checked them all, but none of the clocks had their times messed up.
Jeez.
But why'd he ask me to do that in the first place? I don't get that bastard at all. Up goes the hood. For now, why don't we head over to Strawberry Tower too? Along with the doorknob matter, there are still many mysteries surrounding this that we don't understand. If we go to Strawberry Tower, we might be able to solve some of those mysteries. Maybe.
Jeez.
Looks like that's all we can do. Let's head over, bastard. You're right. What Nagito said about the door opening, what is he planning to do about the chain? It looks like it won't come off easily. So does Nagito have a plan or something? Jeez, I don't understand this at all. All right, we're off. We're gonna head over to Strawberry Hall and get this damn door open. Thanks to Kazuichi, the elevator is working now. All right, let's go. And here we all are. We walked into the elevator and made our way to Strawberry House. It's been a while since we've come to Strawberry House.
What's up?
Hey, you're here.
Hey, hey.
Kazuichi, how did the repairs go? Yeah, well, the damage wasn't too bad once I got the parts, so I was able to fix it right away.
You?
You got a lot of nerve saying that when you use Nekomaru's parts without my permission.
Hey.
Well, I mean, even so.
Now then.
Anyway, now that we're all here, why don't we hurry up and try it out? What will happen if you press the button to Strawberry Hall's door?
Even so.
But there's no way it'll open. You haven't done anything about the chain.
Hey.
The door to Strawberry Hall behind Nekomaru's body was blocked off by that chain, remember? If you didn't do anything about that, it doesn't even matter if you fix the button on the outside. Well, we'll know if we try it out. It's not even worth trying it out. No, we've all come this far. If he's saying we should try it out, then we should give it a shot. Yep, that'd be great. Out of my way, I'm pressing this damn button. There's no way this door will open, not when the other side is chained up. With a feeling of resignation, I press the button. I mean, it could just be a trap. Yeah, it's just like a trick. Huh?
Hey.
Why did it open?
Impossible.
Impossible. Where did the chain go?
Hold it.
Hold on a sec, that's not the only thing that's strange. That's right, there's no other way to say this. It definitely looks weird. What do you mean, huh?
Hey.
Hey, this doesn't look at all the same as when we were in Grape Tower. Yeah, you're right. When we were inside Grape Tower, Nekomaru's body was in front of the far back door. Oh, so it's like flipped, which means his body should be in the front of the door to the Strawberry Hall. So if we entered from Strawberry Hall, his body should be right in front of the door as we walk in. Why isn't it like that? Why is Nekomaru's body in front of the door to Grape Hall?
Hey, hey!
No, not just that. The parts I carefully arranged while I disassembled the body all moved too. The body isn't the only thing that moved, even the tipped over pillar and the spilled oil. They've all moved the exact same way. The crime scene looks identical to how we saw it when we entered from Grape Hall. Everything that was at the crime scene inside Grape Tower shifted to the opposite side. As if it all rotated 180 degrees, right? I can't imagine that the floor actually rotated 180 degrees, but is that really what this means? No, it's more than that. I feel like there's even a greater mystery here. A mystery so great, it could drastically affect the outcome of this case. We might have to rethink this. We might need to fundamentally rethink how we've been approaching this case. Huh, interesting.
I see.
The chain disappeared. This strange feeling I felt when I went back and forth between the two towers. Yep, just as I thought. It was definitely the right choice to confirm this. Just as you thought? Then you already knew about this mystery? You have a bad habit of relying on others when you don't understand. Why don't you try investigating first?
See?
That door at the far back with the picture of a grape on it, maybe there's a clue hidden there. There's a clue on that door? Well, the doorknob's missing. It's the door with the picture of the grapes on it that should lead to Grape Hall. Wait, huh? One of the doorknobs is gone. It's like the screws came out with it.
Now then.
It's the same as that doorknob that was on the floor.
See?
See, the screws came out with it, right? Then the doorknob next to Nekomaru's body came off the door to Grape Hall. Well, that's what it looks like. When you said clue, you were talking about this. But what is it a clue to? The broken doorknob has been updated. What? Did you get even more confused? No need to worry, just one clue will change everything. Huh? All the mysteries will be solved as if everything were linked together if you can reach it, just like I did. Wait, what does that mean? Even if I ask him that, Nagito probably won't give me an answer. So it'd be a waste of time to ask. Uh-oh, is it trial time?
It appears that it's time for the class
Shit,
trial.
I don't know anything that's going on. I don't know shit about fuck.
To tell you the truth, I'm tired. Extremely tired. Man, I know it's bad, but I'm so sleepy. I just want to ditch. Though I really don't feel like it. I'll show you my serious side when you come to the class trial. Even though it's impossible since it's so annoying, you can count on me to take this seriously.
Looks like it's going to start. Another class trial.
Hey, hey!
But how are we supposed to get to the trial ground?
Damn it!
You're right, we can't do anything unless we get out of this building.
Akane, did something happen?
Hey, hey!
No, well, did you guys hear something? Hear something?
Hey, hey!
What'd you hear this time? Suddenly, as if cutting off Chiaki, our surroundings started to shake and rumble. I was about to say, it's probably just gonna put us right in there. And then it suddenly appeared before us. Whoa. Holy shit. It's a giant ass Monokuma head. What is that? Okay, well, class trial time. Is he telling us to go inside from here? It seems that way. All right, I'm gonna go. Just hold on, Nekomaru. I'll make sure I avenge you. Jeez, at least it would be a little cautious. It's obviously a trap. I agree. I detect the scent of danger. Even my familiars are saying, do not go inside. My familiars being my testicles.
How interesting. If you could kill me, you're welcome to try. Try stabbing your sword through my very heart. Now then, we shall get moving as well.
Yeah, you're right. It's annoying, but if Miss Sonia's going, there's no way I'm not gonna go. Oh, but it's so damn annoying. I guess it doesn't matter if it's a trap or not. One by one, everyone went into Monokuma Rock until I was the only one left, and I was about to take a step forward. We're the same. The same step ladders. Huh? Nagito was suddenly standing next to me with his eyes locked onto Monokuma Rock. Other than the small movements of his mouth, he was perfectly still. You and I are just step ladders. For everyone who holds the title of Ultimate. I always believed that I didn't mind. Unlike you, I know my place. What are you saying? That's why I was prepared to become a sacrifice at any time, and from that, true hope would be born. I always believed that the talent would survive. I always believed that the talent that survived would be true hope. But it wasn't. There's no hope amidst all this killing. Of course there isn't. What kind of hope comes from killing people?
What?
Really? Are you suggesting that sacrificing others for hope isn't real hope? But you're wrong. It's only natural and extremely obvious that strong hope devours weak hope.
Isn't that right?
After all, that's what it means to live, right? There's no way I'm going to accept that. Well, it's not like that's what I wanted to say to you anyway.
Hey,
There's one novel I like. It's a peculiar mystery story. Huh? A novel? It's an erotica that I read when I jerk off all the time. Anyways, the story is told from the point of view of a high school girl involved in a serial killer mystery. But when you get to the end, surprise, surprise, the girl was actually the killer. Of course, the story is written carefully so the reader doesn't learn the ending in the middle of the story. The protagonist is just a projection of the reader, and this projection turns out to be the killer, which means the killer you were looking for the whole time was inside you all along. How do you feel about novels like that? What the heck are you talking about? You're just jumping from one topic to another. And I can't comment on a book that I've never read
no
before.
good at all.
Such a normal answer. I should have expected that from a talentless reserve course JV student like you. Ugh. Oh, it stings. But I know that you don't matter at all, so why do I care about you? You admire hope. I love hope.
Right?
In some ways we're similar, but maybe that difference is what's making me so emotional. Enough already. I don't have time to argue with you. Let's go. Everyone is waiting. Everyone, huh? So you still believe you're just like everyone else? JV students like you are so full of themselves. They really are. Those are facts. I'm such a bitch. Nagito's chilling laugh continued as he disappeared into Monokuma Rock. Calm down. That's right. I need to calm down. I took several deep breaths, and once my nerves had settled, I stepped into Monokuma Rock. I mean, I was without the hero monologue, but whatever. All right, here we go. The elevator shook violently as it descended to an ever-increasing speed.
Hey,
When we're in a normal elevator that shakes this bad, it reminds me how efficient that elevator in the funhouse was.
well, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true. The elevator continued to shake and descended deeper and deeper into the butthole of Monokuma. And suddenly, it stopped, like it always does. And the door opened. All right, we're going right into the trial. This is gonna be a long episode. I understand your desire to applaud this wonderfully vulgar trial, Marines. But it's so exhausting to discuss useless things, so let's just get on with it already. So sad, my chest hurts. Forcing everyone to do this is so sad. Hey, don't go talking without my permission. After all, I've said my catchphrase. Otherwise, I'll roll a dice, and based on the result, I'll give you a sex change operation that many times. Ooh. Boy, if you have ever seen a sex change, I had to watch it for human sexuality. It's different. What an extreme punishment. Now then, let's get on with it once again. Let's get a move on, boys and girls. And so it begins. I hope this would never happen again, and now it's happening for the 4th time. The curtain to the 4th class trial was about to open. Nekomaru Nidai, the ultimate team manager. He was more passionate, more daring, more honest than anyone I'd ever met. Truly, he was more man than any of us. He sacrificed his body to protect Akane. Yeah, it's because he was fucking like 40 years old, and his appearance changed drastically because of that. But he still tried to live earnestly. And just when I finally got used to his new form, Nekomaru's killer is one of us. Damn, we're dwindling. Killing someone because it's the only way to survive is no excuse. I won't let this be excused. I won't forgive this. The person who betrayed Nekomaru, who betrayed their friends, I will never ever forgive them. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. Woo! I'm excited. I'm gonna fix my camera and we're gonna go straight into the trial. All right, here we go. I'm excited.
Now then, let's
Alright,
during the class. If
we
you
know,
vote
we
Kyle,
know,
I'm
we
sure
know.
Whoever survived.
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me. I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is. I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
She always does when she's hungry.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident? We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m. I headed over to Grape Tower for Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning?
What do you think happened, dude?
Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Yeah, we had a fucking awesome threesome,
And
Soda.
also, I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
Put in his fucking place.
Legs like those. I could probably do the splits real easy.
We
Okay.
just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes. One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
Alright. Well, you realize that if you get it wrong, you'll fucking die, right?
You're the coolest one here!
Now, enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously. We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon. Well, the weapon is obvious, right?
Oh, he's getting
What the
pissed.
heck, you guys? The weapon! You could totally tell just by looking.
You can tell what the weapon is just by looking. It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. The only thing in the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably... The only thing that looked like a weapon was the hammer, but that doesn't mean that was the weapon. The broken doorknob. That's the only thing that looked like the
I guess
weapon.
we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
No, that's wrong!
The hammer was, like, unscratched.
No, I can't accept that hammer was the murder weapon.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
Yeah.
But that hammer was clean.
Yes.
So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Where
Why?
and why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
Exactly.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby gangsta, baby G! What's
Baby
up with you?
gangsta? Me?
Just so you all know, I was trying to test you guys.
Okay, you just don't want us to realize that you're a dumbass too late. We already know you're a fucking dumbass.
I thought Maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
Yep, okay.
Seems that was a waste of time.
Certainly was.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
Yeah, the pillar. The actual weapon has oil on it, but it was something at the crime scene that had oil on it.
I see! The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon! Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar!
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
Yeah, dumbass. Your titties about fucking flopped out. It's no use, barely budging. Didn't I tell you?
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid! He ain't the type to commit suicide!
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
No.
Well, I guess you're right.
What the heck?
But it does bother me a little. That word suicide. By the way, the fourth murder of the Killing School Life was apparently ruled a suicide. Huh? No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Nekomaru would commit suicide. I think the killer wanted to make it look like he was trying to commit suicide.
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh? For reals?
Yeah, they strapped him to it.
Yes, for reals.
I see. So my gut was right after all. All right, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
Oh my god. So I'll probably like agree with her or something. I'm gonna go with wire.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
What the hell are you gonna start doing? The killer murdered Nekomaru by tipping over that pillar. Is that really it?
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not
That's
lifted,
it. That's what. It's pillar fragments
beating him
underneath
with it is beyond a
Nekomaru.
dream.
I just have to figure out where it goes.
What about
Beating him with it is
what about tipping the pillar over?
There we go.
No, that's wrong!
I almost fucked it up. But we recovered.
If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Huh? Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
Yes.
I briefly considered that too, but it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
Because that's what was used to fucking kill him, dumbass.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we?
Huh?
There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Yeah, he was hanging from it.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, What way is that?
You guys, same as usual.
God, he gets into such a bitchy
You're
mood.
unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
What did you say?
Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey, Nagito. What the hell happened to you? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Huh? What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill!
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
A specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Ultimate weapon?
So I wonder if it's symbolic that they made the ultimate weapon a noose.
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
That would make, I mean, it would make sense if you had to play Russian roulette to get it.
Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course I know, but I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon.
What the hell are you talking
I am
about?
he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory. It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
You are the ultimate bitch. Now sit your ass down.
You are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark davas of destruction.
That's confirmed. Sonya put out to Gundam.
I see.
Maybe he didn't.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you? Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
You were such a bitch.
Except for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse. Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower. It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss
How would you
Sonya's
shut
beautiful
up,
voice is
Soda?
just so
Jesus.
soothing.
Put your fucking boner away.
Faux show. I shall leave this matter
What
to your
the hell
discretion.
is going on? Is this what Japanese people think American? It probably is how we sound. We are so fucking dumb. The 2 houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that at first too, but I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that. I was so pissed off at that excerpt, I didn't even fucking pay attention to what was going on. Alright, let me just get through this here.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonya.
This whole time we've been thinking the 2 towers are the same building, but if that was the only mystery, there's no way Nagito would mention it here.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
No,
Alright, well, it's a strange feeling in the tower. Whatever that vague explanation is. Hajime?
Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
The hell do you think I'm from?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
Soda, shut the fuck up.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much.
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
Bow down.
Oh, God. Girl, you better sit your ass down.
Then how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
You think they moved the pillar too,
While we were moving
dumbass?
from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower?
Really?
But we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it. While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things
Such a
around.
lame cop-out excuse.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved.
Yeah,
Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
exactly.
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it.
Jesus Christ.
Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
I think Sonya did it. She probably is trying to hide the fact that she fucking did it. Well, we'll let it play out.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Shit, I ran out. As expected of a princess, she's overcoming my arguments with great confidence. I need to counter her remarks and wait for an
There are
opportunity to
many
refute.
different ways. There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Oh, I figured out how to fucking do it. Oh, we got it. Alright, we're advancing.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong. Wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear.
Oh, fuck, that wasn't it.
Strong.
The oil on the floor, maybe?
Wielding the power of the pillar, the
Shit.
body, everything at the crime scene.
There we go.
Allow me to cut through those
Okay,
words.
so it was oil on the floor that didn't move. Damn, that took a long
Moving the
time.
body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor. When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
Facts.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
Yeah, so shut up and stay quiet.
It's all right.
And you
Fired
shut
Miss
up
Sonya
too.
Is awesome to watch.
Jesus. Did you go shove a wrench up your ass?
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
Put that hood up.
No idea, huh?
This mystery ties into the secret of the funhouse. But we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. Then the only thing we can do is rely on the one person who has those clues. Hey.
Nagito.
Yeah.
I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up.
Okay, bro, just
Fine.
tell us.
I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Determine? Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something happen
But
to
how
him?
do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
He performed the appropriate action in order to learn the secret. Could he be talking about...
I see!
Yeah.
You're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself. From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you. At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
I wasn't aware of that.
Picture.
Yep.
Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner pocket.
See? This is it.
Oh, he took a picture with that camera. And as he said that, he showed us a peculiar picture.
Let me explain it to you again.
Pine trees.
I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird? If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Yeah, you're definitely not on the first floor of a building. Lots of things that shouldn't make sense in this
Then
picture.
let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
What doesn't make sense in this picture? Well, what can we look at here? The trees, the building. I'm thinking it's the fact that we're not on the first floor of a building.
Here!
And all the fucking pine trees.
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
Well, there's also there's not pine trees on a tropical island. Nagito said there's lots of things that don't make any sense in this photo, which means there are other contradictions contained in it. What doesn't make sense in this picture? That there's another room right across also. Only one tower in the picture, that's what we've been thinking all along. Which means it's not a natural... Oh. Alright. It's not the case. Blue sky. What's off about the blue sky?
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle, which means if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it.
Oh, okay.
But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
Oh, so it is one building.
That's right. Good call. In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And Grape House is not behind the tower.
So it's in the same building, it's just above and below.
Not. Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me, if you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this. It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student. Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
The other clue? Is he talking about that one time at band camp? Why, hello there, Hajime. Nagito, why are you here? because I showed up, so it's the trap door. You showed up, how'd you even come here? Maybe I teleported.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already?
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
Is that thing just now another hint, figuring out the mystery behind the funhouse's structure? The reason Nagito appeared from the third floor. Using the photo he took, I might be able to find the answer if I just think about it. Doing a mind dive or whatever. Just Hangman's Gambit, yeah, logic dive. Alright. Gotta get my Tony Hawk going here. Alright, here we go. God, this music always just fucking bangs, dude. Just bangers. Question 1. Do Strawberry House and Grape House both exist? Well, yeah, they exist. We occupy it. Oh, well. Oh, ow. Shit. Oh, I need to avoid. Oh, fuck you. Alright, I need to jump here. There we go. Shit, I'm going too fast. Alright. Shit. Oh my god. Oh. Question 2. Are Strawberry House and Grape House the same building or two different? They have to be the same. After that photo. I mean, they have to be the same. Oh my god, these things are protruding out. These phallic devices. Whoa. Super speed, yeah. Oh, fuck. Okay, question 3. How are Strawberry House and Grape House positioned with each other vertically? We got that from the photo. Okay. So that just kind of confirmed what I'd thought. Didn't I say? Well, I was a dumbass and said that they were like facing that way. But no, they're on top of
I
each
know
other.
the secret of the funhouse.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
The right
picture
one.
Nagito took from Strawberry House. I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building, different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
Where's Strawberry House? Oh, shit. Based on his picture... No, then it was above. Okay.
I see!
Alright.
On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located.
I couldn't remember if the perspective was looking out from Grape House or Strawberry
Because
House.
of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
It's blowing my mind right now.
Oh, snap! I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes. A quadrilateral and a hexagon. overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them. And it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower, we fully believed the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd!
Okay, shut up.
Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
Then, it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape
Okay.
House. Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
Wow.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
I'll definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
God, this is so weird. So I'm about to put Soda's ass in his place. Might be the broken doorknob.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
You dumbass.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
Oh, Jesus.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
A dummy of Nekomaru's body existed. Does that mean the killer prepared it in advance? No. So I just gotta find out where the contradiction is there. Alright, I've got a feeling that I think I'm just gonna throw this at it.
In a flash.
Then hurry up, dummy!
One of the bodies was actually a dummy.
No,
Alright, well, that was it. I don't know why strange feeling in the tower just keeps
Nekomaru's
popping
body
up.
wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Me?
Yeah, you fucking said that all of the arrangements of his body parts
when we
were
moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry
they
Tower,
were moved.
we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said,
Not just that, the parts that I all carefully arranged when I disassembled the body are all moved too.
right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body.
Yeah.
So they couldn't have built a dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke.
Yeah, whatever. She's not saying shit.
You are joking, right?
She just wants to go back to banging
It's
Gundam.
alright. Kazuichi is not the killer. If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall. It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
I'm even more disappointed.
Yeah, maybe you should start throwing allegations her way, dude.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
A device like that? A device that transports things to different floors in the same building. I don't know, a fucking elevator? You ever heard of that? I feel like I've seen that before. Maybe I took one to get down to this floor. All right, dude, if this is a Hangman's Gambit, this is fucking elevator. All right, we know this. Where's the E? Jesus. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we know. All right, there we go. Jesus. How could you not think that was elevator?
You must be talking about an elevator.
So yeah, there was an elevator that went up.
What? Are you
On the-
saying Nekomaru's body was transported using
Yeah,
an
that's why you
elevator?
couldn't enter the door at the same
Where the
time.
hell is this elevator anyway?
It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator.
You couldn't be in both places at
Which
once.
means
That's
the
why.
tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
This is actually really clever. Like this was a really well done funhouse.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
That's right.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower is
I'm
sands
thinking
and
Sonya
descends like
did
an
this shit.
elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower? And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right? But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Because it's a false door.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really
Yes.
an elevator?
Yes.
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
The things that didn't change when we moved between the two towers. That includes the body and the pillar and the oil we've been talking about and that stuff for a while. Shouldn't be anything strange about them, not even the fact that they all moved with the elevator. The one thing these all have in common,
I see!
we're all on the floor.
Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
Yeah, that means it can freely go up and down.
And
And?
why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
There's something unique about the elevator.
I see!
I mean, yeah.
So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower.
Yeah, well, I thought you guys came to that conclusion on your own. That's what the diagram makes it look
Which
like.
means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Just for show? Why was something like that necessary?
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their
That's,
pictures
yeah,
signified.
they're false doors. That's what I said earlier.
It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Did you hear that, mon ami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
Okay. It's kind of weird. Wait, she's like turned on by that? What? What is this game?
Like, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless
Wait,
jokes.
aren't they brother and sister?
By the way, what does the chain on the far back
What the
door
fuck?
in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Like you said, I could probably use these parts to repair the button, but seriously, hold on. Even if you do repair the button, what's going to happen to the chain on the other side of the door? The door that leads to Strawberry Hall has a chain wrapped around the doorknob, so yeah, you didn't need to even use it. You don't need to worry about that at all.
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
Oh no!
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
See, now that you mention it, I completely forgot about that matter.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
Does that mean that the elevator rotates while it's going up?
What does this mean?
I'm thinking both of them did this shit. I agree. What does this mean? If the two towers are connected vertically, the position of the tower should be the exact same in both houses. But in fact, when my back was facing the elevator in Grape House, the tower was on my right. When my back was facing the elevator in Strawberry House, the tower was on my left. How can I break through this contradiction? The compass? It has to be the compass, right? Because it only made a 180-degree turn. Oh, it's probably strange feeling in the tower now. I don't know. Oh yeah, it'll kick me out. Let's see what they say.
The two houses are connected vertically.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning...
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
It's because I'm telling you, I think they both colluded. So Gundam and Sonya have matching arguments. It sounds like it makes sense, but why did they go out together, right? Whenever they were investigating shit, they went together. I guarantee they have something. They're working together with something.
The two houses are vertically, not
So I'm gonna try this
horizontally.
one with Kazuichi. Okay.
No, that's wrong. The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Huh? Me?
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
That. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees?
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses,
Yeah,
it
just
also rotated 180 degrees. It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side.
Oh wow. See, I didn't realize that. That's
Which
pretty
means
cool.
the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
Yeah, I didn't think it was. I thought it was just physically rotating inside the building.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement
I don't know. Maybe it's because we're in an amusement park. Dumbass.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know. And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all! You're inhuman!
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with. I'm different from these lowly humans.
I'm different. Are you 2 Chains?
So we're done with the secret
Yeah.
of the funhouse, right? So let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
It's got to be the noose.
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that now.
Dude, you act like everybody fucking went to the final dead room.
As long as you know what an Octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
What an octagon means, it is definitely 8 sides.
See?
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student,
Dude,
quite knowledgeable.
do you not think I learned fucking basic geometrical shapes?
I guess I should
Jesus.
continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
The UFC? The place befitting the name Octagon. It's probably... Oh, I have to select. What do I... A place befitting of the name Octagon. No.
Crap! Here!
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Why is that place the Octagon?
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house? If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
Son of a bitch.
That's basically the gist of it. The true identity of the Octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room.
I just started I just started guessing
In actuality,
fucking
that
places.
place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the Octagon.
Learned?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the Funhouse, which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru. Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the Funhouse from the scenery, and then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The fun funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
There he goes. Funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon? What does this mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who is the killer who did that? Are we at the break? We are at the break. Okay.
Hiya!
Why, hello there. I thought of a new bad word to call Monami. I can already tell I won't be pleased by this. And let me say it right away. I'm already used to insults and slander. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word. Monami is a serious stuff-fatly. That's much more straightforward than I expected. Stuffatly. That's not it. That's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly. The perfect jet stream attack incorporating all three of these would be, ta-da, Stuffatly. There's a fat hidden in there.
Everyone, all together now.
Monami is a serious Stuffatly.
Monami is a serious Stuffatly.
Cool. Wow, that was fucking hilarious. Anyways, let's get back to the trial.
Hello. I hope your day is well. I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. Ugh, my heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude. Yeehaw!
Okay,
But be
please.
careful that your batteries don't run out.
Please shut up.
And just like I say,
I just saved.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon. Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
Is it really all right to accept
Okay.
the situation so easily?
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Nekomaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
Yeah, really.
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Okay. I should get the
Akane,
slobber off
you
your
were
titties.
drooling waterfalls?
Nagito, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious
Anyway,
or not.
if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Nekomaru's cause of death. He was horribly damaged as if he was beaten senseless with a blunt object. But if he was beaten with a blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building structure. So what was Nekomaru's cause of death that also utilized the building structure?
I see!
He fell.
That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling
They
is
hung him.
truly incorrect.
They
You should
hanged him.
burn in the flames of hell.
They hanged him, and then his body fell from the 4th to the 1st. Because the pillars also move.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
At least that's what I think. Nekomaru died from falling. Where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? If I'm going to reach the truth behind this incident, I need to solve that mystery first. Yeah, he was never shoved out. Damn, I forgot Akane's account too. Shit.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Mekamaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means
Okay.
the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
I think I know what it is.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
Need to make it clear they understand that Nekomaru fell his death. I think it's goodnight button on sensor. 'Cause he wasn't
When
moving.
the elevator is on the 1st,
You can't go through the door.
Let's try that first.
Then, after locking they moved the
But there is a
elevator
ton
from
that
the
pops
4th
up
floor
here.
to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on.
Let's try
As
those.
long as there's a moving object in
Yeah, okay,
No,
that was
that's
it.
wrong.
That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes.
Unless he was hanging, dumbass.
That's what I was about to explain before Kazuichi interrupted me.
Silence, pest!
Now you're calling me a pest?
A way to create the drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru was still in it. Chiaki seems to have an idea. But what way could that be? This
If
is
you
what I'm
arrange it
thinking.
a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence, pest!
Don't be so cold. What if I start to enjoy it?
Fuck off. Nekomaru is inside the elevator. How can you create a difference in elevation?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
I
Okay.
agree with that.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it?
It sure did. The wire he was hanging from was the
Could have
doorknob.
been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob,
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
That's right. He was suspended in midair.
Huh?
The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot, and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower. And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
Me!
You better not finish that sentence!
I got a big
Killer took
panda
advantage
dick!
of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
What are you fucking what are you countering?
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that.
Of course you could.
Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
Okay. Let's just keep
Even
it a
if they
broken
suspended
doorknob.
Nekomaru from how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off.
Oh, fuck.
There's no way they could do that.
All right, I gotta strategically use these. Oh, god damn it. This is gonna fucking take forever.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
No,
It doesn't
that
mean
didn't
someone
take
had to
forever.
push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that. Now's the time, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru inside is just impossible. End of story.
Hold on, thanks Kazuichi, I think I figured out how the killer dropped Nekomaru.
If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time, but in that case,
That's what it is, it's the alarm clock.
Explain the drop. Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in.
Yeah.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Okay.
What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why, if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
I don't know, was it Sonia?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
The killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that even happened was because... In that case, I should use my full power! With an fierce roar, Nekomaru pulled all his power into grabbing the doorknob with both hands, but... Yet, here comes the incredible strength of 1 million horsepower. Oh, wait. Isn't it creaking? If you break off the doorknob, we'll be stuck in here. That's what it really was. Then that's the clue Nekomaru left for us to find.
So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig.
Yeah, you kind of are, dude.
Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
Jesus, what the fuck is
I
this?
believe you gave your all.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy. He gets off on this.
He really does. He's probably gotten off a few
So
times.
thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
Doesn't mean Nekomaru crashed straight into the floor. No, he hit the pillar on his way down.
I see!
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
He's not into
What'd you
that.
just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know!
Another mystery I don't understand. Seriously, it's just one after another. But I can't choke up at a time like this. Just a little more and I'll be able to reach the truth. There should definitely be a clue to breaking through this contradiction.
We headed for Grape Tower before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest. That's gotta be it!
The alarm that caused Nekomaru's death. So I'm thinking the clocks in the tower were wrong. What is it that I'm looking for? His clock wasn't able to get... It wasn't able to get fucked with.
Before 7 a.m.
It's radio clock. That's... He has the radio clock. It's radio clock on Akane's account.
His time of death, one of those must...
The killer probably did... They probably messed
Yeah,
with the clock inside
this has to be it. Okay.
No, that's wrong!
Yeah, because his clock wasn't able to be tampered with.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
They could have tampered with a clock, yeah.
The clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
Why is he so...
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
Yeah, just beat his ass. I'd love to see Akane just beat Gundam's ass. That'd be fantastic. This time-related contradiction, I don't think I should doubt the testimonies. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but what was it? Perhaps we've overlooked something. Maybe we're misunderstanding something. I think if I focus, I should be able to find the answer to that mystery. Are we doing a logic dive? Logic dive. Logic dive. Oh, shit. Speed boost. Speed boost. All right, question 1. What did Hajime and the others misunderstand? Where the murder happened, the time in the building, who the killer is. Time in the building. Oh, we now have 3 options for the logic dive. Shit. Oh, fuck. Damn, this is getting kind of hard. Okay. Question 2. Which clock was tampered with? Nekomaru's clock, the building's clock. It has to be the building's clock. Whoa. Oh, well, fuck me. Brr. Oh, son of a bitch, I jumped too early. Fuck, I may not have enough time. Okay, here we go. Question 3, which house had the wrong time? Both. All right. Yes. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of what I had figured.
It's all coming together.
It would make it easy to cover up the time.
You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks had been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
She's right, that's the main problem. Need to clarify by how much the time is off after the killer messed with the clocks. It's definitely the next mystery. I'm gonna go reach the truth in one go! Your argument. Let's just try that.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when he fell. It would have been a great clue.
Or his scream.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
By how much did the killer adjust the time inside the building? How would I even be able to figure that out?
If the time in the time
All
in the
right,
building
I'm
was
just
all
gonna-
messed up, then we can
Here.
only rely on Nekomaru's
This is
radio
what I'm
clock.
gonna... I know somebody heard it, but I can't remember who did.
Are there any clues that can be used?
If only I heard the sound when...
Okay, so...
I agree with that.
I think Akane heard it. I don't know. I was picking accounts to see who heard it.
That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Yeah, I'm thinking...
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane.
That rumbling sound we heard was at 5:30. It's like the answer to how much our time was off is literally right in front of me.
I see!
Yeah.
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30. And if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they can lure out just Nekomaru.
Exactly, yeah. Lure out only
If you
Nekomaru.
messed with the clocks and used a specific thing,
Yeah.
you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Besides messing with the time, the killer also used a specific thing. They were trying to lure out only Nekomaru, and that specific thing was
I see!
Monokuma Tai Chi.
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right?
Yeah.
But if they messed with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru.
It would not.
His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
When I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning,
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m.
Then right around 6.
And if that time was also 2 hours
Oh, it would have been
off,
7. My
it
bad.
should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
Yeah.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early! He didn't even ask you yet!
Jeez, how outrageous. I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. But it turned out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped. Okay.
When you
That's
said
what that meant.
everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez. That's, well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot or something like that.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad.
Okay.
Liar!
That's
Can we
not
get
it.
back
It-
to the fucking
Let's just
investigation?
ignore the peanut gallery.
Jesus.
Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Huh?
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
huh? What the hell do you mean?
That means it had to
You
have been.
witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off.
Okay.
Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
I remember now. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. His pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
It's Gundam.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
Oh, he's gonna say Nagito. Whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time, right? I think it wants me to pick Nagito.
You're the only one!
Yeah. But I don't think it was Nagito that killed him.
The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy.
But it wasn't him.
You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something!
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
Jesus.
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
He couldn't.
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too. I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it, but it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it?
Yeah, because they were in the luxury rooms.
You still don't know.
No.
Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Yeah, they were in the luxury rooms that were soundproof. Secret is, what do these three have in common? This also be the secret that points to the killer, so this is probably going to be a Hangman's Gambit, and it's probably going to be the luxury room? Luxury suite, probably. Something like that? I don't know where D would be coming in. Okay, deluxe? Deluxe suite? Luxury suite, deluxe suite, okay. I couldn't remember what it was called. I'm probably gonna start getting fucked up by this thing now, though. Deluxe. Deluxe rooms. Okay, so it's deluxe rooms. Plizzerl. All right, luxury, deluxe, same damn thing.
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki, the three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right? If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
The guest rooms are divided by quality grade. The deluxe room is soundproof and has excellent air insulation. Standard room may have so-so insulation, but it's still pretty decent, and the crummy room has severe airflow and draft problems.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise...
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent?
Are you using your bitch talent? Shut
Now
up.
then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
Somehow I feel like I understand what Nagito means. The killer among us. The killer who murdered Nekomaru. It was me. No.
You're the only one!
Okay, then it was Gundam. I knew he was acting a little sus, but
There's something I want to ask you. When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
oh, was he in a luxury room?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right?
Shit, I didn't even realize that.
Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Oh, fuck, I didn't even put two and two together. I knew he was just acting a little fucking weird like he always is.
Now that you mention it.
Gundam?
There was
Oh,
only one
shit.
possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
That's right, you were boning a fucking murderer. Congratulations.
Gundam probably
Good
couldn't
job.
return to his room because of Fuyuhiko. Me?
Yeah.
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct? Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Mekamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with a wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the
Killer was already there.
at the tower.
Yep.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
Yep.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room.
Just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
Because I was in the lounge.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
Hey, what are you doing? It's ruckus. It's louder than the supreme ruler of the Netherworld bellowing after a sacrifice. Not that I fucking killed Nekomaru or anything. Don't go making all that noise so suddenly.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him,
Yeah.
he would have been found out.
Yeah.
That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
Yeah, they would have found out that he wasn't in his
If
room.
those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
How's that ironic?
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
Huh?
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Okay.
Is that your argument?
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Yeah, dude.
Do not panic. The truth shall now
No,
commence.
you're fucked.
At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say, it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers.
Well, let's not do that.
Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
Ah, you said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your
Okay.
pathetic assumption.
We'll just wait till we prove that your ass was the
I shall
fucking
deny
killer.
the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator.
Is he the traitor?
Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, he wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
Oh, see, that's what I was wondering too.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
So that means somebody in Grape House did it.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful human?
Unless he's lying.
You cannot overcome this contradiction.
That's wrong. Well, I guess he is. When something is obviously wrong, that's when a contradiction is born. There's no such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome. Alright, I gotta take a listen here. Because obviously I was wrong.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
That's what I'm
What if
thinking.
there was a secret passageway?
There is a
How
secret
much longer do
passageway.
you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
I'm thinking he had an accomplice. Contradictions when something is obviously wrong. There's no contradiction I can't shoot through. Going to find out what that is for the sake of everyone's hope. I'll shoot through the contradiction.
That's
Okay, we know that there's a
if
secret
the killer
passage.
cannot return to Strawberry House,
We know there's a secret
Since I
passage.
was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
But no one else
It would have
knows
been
except
different if they
Nagito.
had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway?
Okay, we're gonna take
How
this,
much longer do you plan? Why don't we stop this already?
and we're gonna hit him with this contradiction.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the...
Now we
No,
know
that's
that's
wrong.
not the case. Unless Nagito already told them.
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist!
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
I guess he already talked to him.
You're the only one! Nagito, you should know.
What are you talking about?
Dumbass, you know
Don't play
exactly.
dumb.
Oh,
You
it's
appeared
because
so
he saw
suddenly that
him.
one time because you used that method.
Yeah,
Right?
that's right. It's because he saw him. What are you doing here? Because I showed up. Yep.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up. But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down, surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning, the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Bitch. These are getting old.
However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
There's no way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have if you value your...
There's no way I
Okay,
can stop.
I am about to beat his ass.
Did you say? Don't make me angry! You...
Okay, Hulk. I will beat your ass.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
His argument is exhausting. Just listening to it makes me tired.
Even decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
There we go.
I
We got
already
it.
proved the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to at least pray to the key which dwells in the light.
Probably means try providing evidence that the killer went to the Octagon, right? If that's the case, I should have it too.
Know
Break
the
through the
limits of your own
darkness.
reasoning.
I mean, was it what he was
Say
hanging
the
by?
killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur!
There's nowhere else that he
You
could
don't
get
want
that
to drown in
from.
the maelstrom.
Allow me to cut through those words.
So I'm guessing that's what it is.
The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body, the hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
Yeah.
The only place I can think of is the Octagon. There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
It seems this is the end. Normally we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case. But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now.
Hey, what do you...
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
What is his deal?
And without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay?
Okay, dick.
Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru, so by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Hold on! What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
Just get to
I don't
the
understand
point.
anything. What does that mean?
It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
What do you intend to do?
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
So there was an accomplice.
Just as I thought. Truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument. It was just a mere
There was an
illusion.
accomplice, and that accomplice was Sonya.
If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
That has to be it.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with...
Okay, dude, shut the fuck up. I guess you really don't want to admit it. Then just as you requested, I will provide an argument that'll leave you no choice but to be persuaded. Okay. Maybe you didn't have an accomplice. That would seem to be the case.
For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! I won't let you!
I kind of fucked this up, so this may not work.
Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! For the Tanaka Empire! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither!
I guess not.
Crushed as David prophesies! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! It's Nekomaru's back.
Oh, the
Do you
4
really
Dark
think I
Davis.
can get behind
The
him so
4
easily?
Dark Davis.
This is the end.
Oh, so no, Sonya wasn't the accomplice. It was his little hamsters.
Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, You should have been able to press the button on the
Yeah,
back of his
he
neck.
used the 4 Dark Davis to press it.
As long as you have the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
Oh, wow.
Are
Oh?
you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Shit.
Of course, it'd be impossible for a
twisted.
normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundams. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes.
Yeah,
right?
pressing the switch. Mystery of evil, in accordance with our ancient contract, the time has come to lend me your aid. Here's through Supernova Silver Fox Sandy. Truly, this is Skyline Lamentation Art of the Demon Mouse.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music
Yeah, okay,
venue,
we know
one
all
of
of the
Gundam's
events.
hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper
Yes.
from the baton lighting, right? Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Mekamaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
Wow, I didn't even think of that.
Gundam.
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
That's exactly what he
It
said.
appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road. Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own 2 hands.
All right, let's get this closing argument in. Let's see. Who set the lounge clock's alarm? Who was in the lounge early in the morning? Nekamaru's weakness is... Here we go. The wire wrapped around Nekamaru's feet. Do we have anything like that? The killer destroyed what after leaving the tower? Gathered at the lounge. Why did Nekamaru fall? Okay. There, shit. I thought I put that one on there. He was in the lounge since early in the morning. Time to Fuyuhiko see Nekamaru.
Here's
All right.
everything that happened in
Shit.
this case.
Was struggling there early.
Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime. First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room.
How did he enter, though?
This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason. There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Taichi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck. This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building's structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending, and Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful, and placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall.
I mean, this is pretty ingenious.
With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob, but because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking. Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
Gotcha, bitch.
That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
Splendid. That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot
Well,
believe.
you better, because he did it.
You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka!
All right, no problem,
My
dude.
beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
That was twisty. Definitely wasn't expecting that. And we get another B. God damn. Another B.
This result isn't all that exciting. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Please pull the lever! Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part!
Oh, why does it always do this stupid shit? So I want to know how he passed the dead room, the final dead room, because he would have had to have shot the gun. It'd be bad if I bit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results, you guys were correct once again. Getting 4 in a row without any mistakes is a splendid achievement. That's right, the one who killed the robotic Nekomaru in the amazing funhouse was Gundam Tanaka.
Nice!
Yeah, I said that all without biting my tongue.
Now then.
Now that we've decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Hold on. It's true the class trial is finished, but that doesn't mean the incident is over. We can't finish yet until we hear from Gundam. No matter what he says, it won't change a thing. Well, I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like.
My tears.
Why do you want to talk to the one who was lost? The loser merely leaves. It would be unnecessary for me to say so.
Listen well.
Is what I would like to say, but for honor's sake, I should correct one thing.
Correct. You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake. Huh?
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight. That was no mistake. And because he fought, he lost and died.
Damn it!
Lost and died?
This, too, must be the will
The will of
causality.
causality. I'm gonna be happy not to hear that shit anymore. If he was just trying to cling to life, there were many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that. What do you mean? Explain. Fine then, I shall reveal it all.
Let's make history.
Within the final dead room, I discovered the secret of the funhouse, and I devised a killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru to the tower. And this is what happened. Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent and instantly understood the situation, and we had ourselves a stare down. In that stare down, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away or even called for help, but he did not turn his back on me. Instead, he chose to fight that risked his life and death.
A fight that risked life and death?
Tell you this.
He was serious too. He gave it his all to try to kill me. If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been even more complicated. You would never know why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself.
I can see it.
Nobody would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Me?
Nekomaru really did that?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
The scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this.
They really did fight.
This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great one.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I need not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back. Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics. Give me everything you got.
Nekomaru Nidai, your blood will drench the foundation of my empire!
They had an epic anime battle here.
That is...
Why? Why did you fight? We are all friends. Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong.
I will not agree. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you. However, I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just waiting until you finally die?
Weakling.
There's nothing courageous about that. That is abandonment, a mere feeling of resignation. Wait, are you telling us to wait until we starve to death? I'd rather have that happen to us. Oh, then have our friends killed. That was Hajime that said that. What do you mean you'd rather die?
Fall,
Ever since we were locked inside that building, everyone had been dominated by the feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
Flinch, you will die!
Giving up on life, that is just an insult to
Let
life
me
itself.
ask.
Have you fools ever heard of the term dog eat dog? Cannibalism?
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their lifespan engage in cannibalism.
Listen well.
That is what it means to live. If you say killing for the sake of living is evil, then what would you call giving up on life itself?
This world.
If a world would consider that justice, then I will fight that world with every last fiber of my being. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy towards life.
I renounce you.
It is a violation of the natural order. It is the arrogance of humanity. Are you saying all that to try to justify what you did? But it sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why they fought, right?
Fine.
That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me to our battle. Regardless, as I have already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all, that is the absolute truth. But even so, don't you think it's a better alternative to slowly starving to death here? That belief is why you committed your crime. What about the final dead room? Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagito, I only did it once, but compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was mere child's play.
Well?
You know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that, well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you? So in a sense, it was kind of like suicide. I cannot believe you would ask such a foolish question.
My name is Gundam
Who do you think I am?
Tanaka.
I'm Gundam Tanaka, history's greatest monster.
My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools.
Fade like dust in
Not in a million, in a billion, not even 10 billion years in the name of pandemonium is it impossible. Is that it? Then I'll just leave it at that. Now then, let us be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun started.
Monokuma, let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Yay, you got it. I have prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundam Tanaka.
Wait!
This is just too much. Please, Monokuma, please help Gundam.
Miss Sonia,
Beg of you!
thought you were gonna blow me.
Please, I beg you.
Sonia, an act as unrefined as stopping a man from going to his death does not befit a noble such as yourself.
Gundam.
Is it fine to start for reals, right? Yes, I do not mind. However,
What is it, my four dark devas of destruction? Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared four dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all.
so what are they gonna
However,
do?
There is no need to fear. In this world,
Are they gonna
I am
die
only
too?
a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit,
Okay.
let us laugh. That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
Okay, dude, are you just...
Give it
There we go.
everything we've got. It's punishment time.
All right. Let's see how he goes out. He's dragging him out by his hair. Is he on a giant buffalo? Pineapples? Gundam Tanaka Stampede. Is he gonna get trampled by buffalo? Oh man. Are the 4 Dark Devas gonna... Oh, he's leaving him. Nope, that didn't work. And then he just got gored. Oh, did something work? What the fuck? That was the weirdest one yet. That was so weird.
Gundam! No!
Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still linger deep in our chests. Don't give up on life. Did I misunderstand what he meant? And what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that.
Damn it.
Damn it! I'm so pissed off. I need to throw something.
Damn it!
You all spent so much time worrying about each other, and thanks to that, things ended up like this. You're all full of shit, every last one of you. But the biggest piece of shit is me.
Worst.
Damn it, why am I so weak?
Oh.
It's such a downer, clearly. But still, even though we feel this way, we still gotta do our very best.
You are right.
This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends.
You
If
are
not,
right.
Gundam will most likely crawl his way out of hell, and I presume he will be very cross with us.
You're right. You're right. You're right. We shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who have died, we need to finish this once and for all. So, don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that.
Hey!
So how long are you guys gonna stand around chattering? The class trial is over, so it's okay for you to hurry back over to Jabberwock Island. However, the killing school trip will proceed just as usual, so make sure you know that.
Wait!
Hold on! How much longer are you gonna keep doing this? Seriously, how long is he going to keep doing this? How long is this going to continue?
Now then.
All right, after feeling down for so long, I finally feel refreshed. Let's hurry back and eat some food.
Hey,
Hold on a sec, that mood shift is too damn fast.
Like that.
Well, you know, it's like Gundam and Nekomaru said. That's what it means to live, right?
Huh.
She's certainly something else. But seriously, I'm starving.
Hey.
Then let's go back for now and eat. And then, after we're full, let's sleep as much as we want. And then let's do our best again. Yeah, you're right. Someone's gonna end up dying again. Guys, it doesn't work like this. With this, the class trial has come to an end, and once again, we return to Jabberwock Island. The size of our group has definitely diminished, but despite that, even if it was just the rest of us, we did our very best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism was only superficial, but at that moment, we were able to forget about the dark despair looming before us. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. Ooh, was it Nagito? He suddenly disappeared from our sight. Yep, I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to obtain so many valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy, and before everyone else too. But it's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell that I was lying. There's no way the file had just Hajime's information.
well,
I guess they were too busy with other matters, or maybe they've reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things could get complicated if they found out. Anyway, I can't forgive this. This should never be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all, even if it costs me my
it's
life.
obvious.
For the sake of hope, I cannot ignore this. Damn, I wonder who it is.
Kuma appears!
Who summoned me?
Now then.
Thanks for coming.
What's this?
Why, it's the lonely little Nagito. Are you all alone
What's
tonight
the
too?
matter?
What's up? Your face looks scary. I see, so you can tell. Perhaps you found out who the traitor is. You know me well.
Wow.
That's what I'd like to say, but unfortunately I haven't learned that yet. I see. So even you don't know, huh? Looks like the final showdown is gonna take a little more time.
Hello.
So why'd you summon me anyway? Were you finally gonna confess your love?
Hey.
I summon you because there's something I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final dead room. Oh yeah? What about it? There was information about 16 people in the file I received. Isn't that weird?
Say what?
What's weird?
Don't even know?
Well, there's a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding among us, right? Including that person, the total number of students would be 16, right?
Isn't that right?
But this file contains documents that were created at Hopespeak Academy, right?
Of course.
That's right, I just reused the stuff from the former headmaster spent a lot of time making. If this file even contains information about the traitor, was that person also a former student of Hopespeak Academy? Whoa.
Who knows?
I wonder. Could it be? Is it your doing? Did you slip false information into the file? Were you just trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information? What's wrong with that? If it's my job to heat things up, it's okay if I do something small like that, right?
Well,
That's not my point.
right?
My point is you already know who the traitor is. What's wrong with that?
You're getting all riled up.
Well, you're splendidly correct when you say I knew who the traitor was all along. But even though I knew who it was, why do you think I ignored it on purpose? It's just like Monami after losing her magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me. Their existence means nothing, huh?
No.
Well, that's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, that person is the evil Future Foundation lackey who's putting you guys through this awful stuff. That's not entirely true. I didn't really come here to fight or anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation, you know? Cooperation? Your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please, right? Yep. That's the case, I might be able to cooperate somewhat too. However, in exchange, I want you to know who the traitor is. I want to know who the traitor is. I see. Interesting. Very interesting. Obviously, that's a big no-no. I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. That includes you too. Well, I knew you would say that. Besides, I would just be able to handle the sadness when you inevitably betray me later on. Just as I thought, you saw right through me.
Right.
No matter what situation I find myself in, my core way of overthinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, stepladders such as myself and despair exist. You're right. You're a true believer of hope after all. I must say, that belief reminds me of that person for some reason. Reminds you... I don't know who you're talking about, but if someone as worthless as me reminds you of someone other person, they must be extremely unlucky. But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in something like this. Am I? I actually think I'm very lucky. Huh?
Don't know.
When you say that coming across this much despair is a rather rare opportunity, I can't rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to be the one who does it. If I can eliminate despair from this island, I won't be a stepladder anymore. I'll become true hope. I'll become an existence that can even be called ultimate hope. The two of you are alike. You definitely remind me of him. Hey there, there's one more thing I want to ask.
See?
What are you waiting for on this island? Looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. Is the person you're waiting for already on here?
Hey.
Well, answer my question. If that's the case, if that person is already on this island, wouldn't that be exciting? Okay, so things are heating up here. So I don't know if that's a shout out from the first game. Was it Makoto, I think? Makoto Naegi was the main character, and he was like the ultimate hope. It ended up being that case. So there's a connection there, I think. I don't know. There might be. There's a lot going on. There is a whole lot going on. And Nagito knows something that we don't. I wish we could see that, wish we could see that image there, or the book that he had. We're down to 7 people. That's unbelievable. There's a lot going on. To be continued, we got our stuff. What we get? Hellhound earring. Well, we finally got that. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for today. I said a little bit of a bigger episode because I knew there was a little bit left over prior to heading into the trial, but we got the trial all complete. So it turned out to be Gundam that ended up killing Nekomaru. That is sad, because I will miss Nekomaru. I won't miss Gundam a whole lot, because I thought he was kind of big. Really, really look forward to seeing how this turns out, though. Like I said, I think Nagito knows something. I think something's going to be revealed. Nagito might do something, I don't know, that will kind of flip everything upside down, but we will have to wait until then. Guys, thank you so much for watching again. I truly appreciate you. Take care. Have a good rest of your day. Take it easy. See ya.